Peace and love all. It's your Kay Chabelle coming at you today. Just bring some information on these Yoni eggs. If you don't know about this, you definitely need to check this out. So what are Yoni eggs? Yoni eggs are semi-precious stones that are carved into an egg shape. Yoni is Sanskrit for the term vagina. So the yoni egg is inserted into the vaginal area, and it helps to tighten the walls and to cleanse a lot of the energy. So the best thing that a woman can do for herself is to connect herself with the womb area, because the womb is the space that holds the creative ideas, your goals, your plans. It's similar to like in nature when seeds are planted, they're nurtured and they grow. That's almost like the same concept. So yoni eggs help to connect to that creative energy. For its place, for the place in the room is where creation takes place at. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that the second you grab yourself a yoni egg that you're going to have all of these great revelations and epiphanies and so on. I mean, stranger things have happened. However, it aligns. How it really does work is it helps you to align with that energy and makes it a little bit easier for you to access that creative energy when using those yoni eggs. So working with the yoni egg is really like taking your yoni to a gym, being faithful with it, and then seeing those results. It works to tighten up the vaginal walls. It works to increase sensation and makes sexual intercourse so much more pleasurable for both parties involved. So when you use these yoni eggs, you want to make sure that you're keeping them clean and that you're sterilizing them. I would recommend that you use a mild soap like Dr. Bronner's soap, you know, and get it really clean. Some of them have these little holes in there, and you want to make sure that you're cleaning it and getting in these areas where the holes are at, because you know, little stuff will get, you know, caught up in there and everything. A lot of people use boiling water to clean them, but I would recommend that you do not set your yoni egg in boiling water, as it may crack from the heat in that. So if you do use boiling water, I would advise that you let it cool down a little bit and then cleanse it with it, and then move forward with that. Other people use things like they use sage, essential oils, to help in purifying that. Some people bury it into the earth to, you know, allow it to absorb all of the energies off of it and cleanse it that way. Some people use salt water and then cleanse it off that way. Salt water is very powerful in cleansing crystals. Other people have reported that they use the full moon to cleanse their crystals. So, you know, there's a lot of ways that you can do it, but you don't even have to get that deep or magical or metaphysical on any type of level. Get you some Dr. Bronner soap, wash it up real good, and keep it moving. So, how do you work this yoni egg? You're going to take the yoni egg. You might want to drop a little bit of lube on it, whatever type of lubrication you use, or if you use coconut oil or something like that, you can definitely put a little drop of that on there. It certainly will not hurt you. You can use it by itself as long as it's clean, and insert it into the vaginal area and begin using it. You want to use the larger side in first, with the pointy side at the bottom, so that you can begin to work that within you like that. Now, this will not get stuck in you, as there's nowhere for it to go. It'll only come back down, so it won't get stuck in you. So people really report having like really pleasurable sexual experiences during intercourse after using the eggs. Some people report just using these yoni eggs during sexual intercourse, and said that it's very pleasurable. So there's something to think about there. When can you use this yoni egg? Like, can you use it like when you're pregnant or something like that? Personally, I'm not really sure about that. I think that you might want to talk to your doctor about that and find out if that's really a good option for you to use. Some people ask, can you use it during the menstrual cycle? And that right there would have to be a personal choice for you. And for those of you that know like the science of the menstrual blood, you know, that might even be something really powerful right there. So I'm not really sure, but if that works out for you, let me know. I'm at internallocus@outlook.com. Let me know how that works out. Also, people get eggs by a lot of the chakra work that they're doing. If you're a person that's doing chakra work, and you use the Yoni egg, I would just recommend going ahead using the clear quartz. The clear quartz works for all of the chakras, so then that'll cover all territory. But if you're one of those people that are impartial to certain types of crystals and everything, then hey, have at it. You can get out there. There's a lot of crystals that are available out there. For whatever use and for whatever purpose that you have for those. I personally recommend using the jade egg, because the jade egg is one that's really good for beginners. It's the heaviest egg, so this is the one that'll help to strengthen the vaginal muscles the fastest. Not only that, when you haven't been using the Yoni egg as often, you don't have as much control over the Yoni egg. So if you cough or sneeze or go to the bathroom or something like that, there is a possibility that the Yoni egg will fall out. Now, if you're using like a clear quartz or a citrine or amethyst crystal or something like that, very strong possibility that if it falls out while you're on the toilet, that bad boy will break. But the jade egg is a lot more resilient. It's a lot more tough. And if it falls, most of the time, I'm not going to give you any guarantees by no means, but most of the time it does not break. So the jade egg is really, really good in helping to build strength, increasing sensations during the sexual intercourse. So the jade egg is really, really a good starter egg that you want to start out with. So let me just talk a little bit about jade. Jade is said to build the strength in the kidneys. So according to like Chinese medicine, they assert that that the kidneys generate sexual potency. So this is the best stone for orgasmic health and well-being, according to the research. So when you use your Yoni egg over time, the science says that it promotes restoration and rejuvenation within the vaginal tissue. It enhances body awareness, increases libido, it increases vaginal tightness, lubrication, psychosexual arousal. That means it has you, thinking kind of sex-minded, not perverted, but more of a sexual type of a mind, psycho-spiritual type of thing. So you kind of feel a little bit more lightened, and have a better sense of well-being. So just real quick, I want to talk about this study that I ran into on women between the ages of 16 and 67, which reported that 71% of them were using the Yoni egg for about 5 to 24 hours a day. And then out of that study, of the 16 to 67-year-old women, 53% were using it 2 to 7 days per week. So out of this population of women, let me go through real quick what the results were. 66% of these women felt an immediate difference after insertion of the Yoni egg. 63% reported increased lubrication after Yoni egg use. 66% attributed overall well-being after using the Yoni egg. 39% could consciously move that Yoni egg internally. So you start getting good and your muscles will start getting so tight and so developed that you'll be able to move this all about in you, and your partner will definitely be grateful that you can do that. 62% report more sexual desire, 57% more orgasms, or more strong desires for sex, and none of them disagreed that they didn't have any increasing in the orgasm. So what they're saying is that 57% reported that they were having like more orgasms, but On the test where it asked if you strongly disagree, no one strongly disagreed that they were having an increased orgasm. 44% had more pleasurable sexual experiences. 53% felt tighter since the use of the Yoni egg. 84% felt more spiritually connected to their sexuality. And 83% we're saying that the medical industry should use this Yoni egg as an alternative treatment for like Kegel exercises and so forth to strengthen the Yoni. So out of those 57 women that were surveyed, 31 of those women were in long-term relationships. And from those 31 women, 61% said that they felt more sexual stimulation by their partner, and 59% said that they had more orgasms after using this Yoni egg. Now, out of all of those women, 73% of these women have not even used this Yoni egg for a full year. And 74% of the women were not taking any type of libido enhancing type of supplements or medication or any type of other hormones that will help for feminine well-being. 11% of them did take birth control that were in that study, but studies have also shown that birth controls do have a reputation for decreasing sexual desire. So also another interesting fact is 52% of the women did not experience any clearer orgasms, which kind of suggests that the Yoni egg is primarily surfaced towards the inner vaginal areas. So in conclusion, the Yoni egg enhances vaginal health. It promotes natural lubrication. It strengthens and tightens the vaginal areas, increases sensation, pleasure, and desire, and it also contributes to your overall well-being. The Yoni egg is definitely something that you need in your life. Wanted to drop this information your way just in case you didn't know, but if you didn't, grab you one. It'll help you out. Peace and blessings all.